Anybody here?
Hi, Miss Nora. It's nice to see you.
Hello, Miss Black. How are you today?
What? What? Fight a pit
I'm doing good.
I'm sure.
Did you have a chance to run by my mailbox earlier?
Well, I believe you're
I
standing up
did.
there,
Thank
sir,
you.
in front of your picture.
You're very welcome. I hope they suit you.
They worked out just fine. Thank you.
Looks great.
Wait, what, O'Malley? You in the crowd? I can't quite see all the lights.
That's okay. We can see you just fine.
That's all that matters.
Don't worry. Mr. Galloway said he's gonna picture you in your underwear.
That's how it works.
That way we don't get frightened.
Yeah.
That's good. You ought to be frightened.
This is a good sounding song, too.
There you go. That's a dancing tune.
I see you over there, Ramsey. Wait, I recognize that voice anyway. I'm glad you made it.
Here, here. Alrighty, let's get this show on the road.
Excuse me, I had to use the loo.
Wait, look at you on your Sunday best there, O'Malley. What? You're sharper than a 10-cent piece.
Never heard that one before.
Wait, that's a Canadian term.
Wait, are you Canadian, sir?
Hey, you know, I'm from all over the place here. I was born up there in Canada for sure.
Well, I know where I'm gonna tell people to vote.
You seem to be down here.
Wait, just wait for this music here. We'll get this started.
Let's do it.
Might just be a good idea to smash the piano, Mr. O'Malley. You built it.
I do believe even if the piano is removed, the spirit will continue on.
Oh, it's haunted!
It's not haunted, I swear! This theater is not haunted!
Oh God.
This has happened before. This is not the first time.
Father, we need your expertise here. Science cannot save us.
But there's no need for any intervention. There's nothing harmful about this.
Eddie,
It's just the
Father,
echo
the
in
first
here.
one to say the prayers, as far as I'm concerned.
My goodness, people.
Hey, well, here we are. I just want to thank you all for coming out and showing your interest in New Mesa. This brand new settlement. Big old thanks to old Jenkins up there. He's our law here in Dallam County. If you don't know him, you ought to.
Thank you very much, Paul.
I feel like we should be setting this up. We'll start with some questions. If you got a question, feel free to line up. You ask a candidate. We'll give you our best answer.
Well, I have a question for you, Paul.
You gotta take the podium, you damn idiot.
Oh, I see. All right. I'm sorry. I wasn't informed of this.
Yes, my question for the candidates is, what do you plan to do about the marauders that are robbing the trains as they come into town?
Wait, Father Pidge, you want to start us out?
So, hopefully my voice doesn't crack out or anything. We're going to be trying to make sure that the arms are more heavily armed if needed, more guarded, perhaps even possibly stronger built. The chances of any bandits actually being able to break into them and harm our new visitors or new residents. Or we just create a new time zone and try to figure it out. Well, not time zone. Basically just shit, what's it? Tougher, stronger, and make sure that we have time to actually prepare, since it's hard to gather resources out here with the bandits. So, just improve our works. That's all I can really say.
Yes, well done, O'Malley.
I have a few words to say. So, first off, hello everyone. Welcome. Yeah! There we go. Now, as far as the banditry and the train, that sounds like Perico's problem. And, but they may come here, so I plan to build a wall. It will be the best wall you've ever seen. Vote for Hugh.
Oh, hell yeah.
You know, I'll give you all my 2 cents. I tell you what, you know what I'm about to do. You know what I'm about to do? It's what I already done. I set up a law here in Delaware County. Well, Jacob there. Even you set him up to have a deputy. Well, those two are taking care of everything. They got some dinos and firepower.
You're up, Mr. Jacobs.
Alrighty, Pops, this one's specifically for you. Have you been known to run up to people and show them your bacon tooth?
Yeah, well, I did it one time recently. I mean, who don't like the bacon?
Well, I'm not sure. Now, as mayor, are you gonna be running around doing such things like that? Are you gonna be, are you gonna have a power trip and go around showing everyone your bacon tooth?
I ain't shown nobody my bacon tooth in a long time.
I'm pretty sure you showed like 3 people.
I may have showed 3 people. I'm a cook, you know, by trade. Those of you who don't know me, I'm a cook. A damn fine one, by the way. Help yourself to some cream bacon in the back of the room there.
Oh, God. Alright, that's all I had for right now. Someone else can go.
Well, just to follow up from that, what's a bacon tooth?
Wait, hold on. Wait, bacon tooth is kind of like a sweet tooth. You know, you like the sweets, but maybe it's just for bacon.
I see. That's all I had. At the moment.
We got any more questions from the crowd?
Mr. Hugh has contributed quite a bit to this town. Mr. Farmer, he has contributed religion. What have you contributed, Mr. Ramsey?
Well, I'm part of the founding members of this town. I was one of the first 3 here. I tell you what.
But what have you contributed, was the question.
Well, as I've taken up the mantle of interim mayor, you know, just for the, until the time being today. Well, I set up a bank and a sheriff's office, and I got the faith up here in the town. Oh, I commissioned O'Malley there to make all them buildings. I provided a place for entertainment here in the town of New Mesa. Well, right here in the theater.
All right.
I know I just went about and asked about the bacon tooth, but say somebody were to offer each of you some sort of object in exchange for you to change your mind or to implement some sort of new law or
Apologies.
change something. Yes, thank you, Zacchaeus. A bribe. Say somebody were to bribe you. Would any of you give in to said bribe?
Wait, O'Malley, you want to cover this one first?
Ah, sure. Now, you're getting ahead of yourself there calling it a bribe. What if it's just a gift between friends? And what if your friend just happens to have a concern, and it's a valid concern for the entire community? And fulfilling that concern may just make everyone safer. I think it's my imperative to accept the gift.
It's a good point.
I go next.
Yeah.
I'll go next. Hold on, I got an answer. Wait. You know, you gotta set the example you want people to follow. You know, as mayor, if I was in that position more permanently, well, I wouldn't be taking bribes, I tell you what, but I definitely would be making decisions to make sure the town was safe and worked well.
I see. In Raleigh?
Well, again, as Mr. O'Malley said, it may not even be a bribe, more just a gift. If it came to that the idea should at least be considered, then should it be considered at least? As long as it's a positive for the town itself and not a negative and it's not going to harm anyone, it's always good to be taken into consideration. Though, I'm not one to take money though, so I'm not too sure, exactly. But nay, I wouldn't take a bribe.
Well, thank you. I think I got what I needed.
Father, if you were not in this position, who would you be voting for?
O'Malley.
Well,
What was that?
I do believe that I would like to. Oh, sorry. Wrong father.
There are too many fathers.
No, sir, you go right ahead. I'll go after you.
Get
You're
up there,
freaking me
boy.
out now. You going right on ahead, sir.
Alright. I know I'm not the newest person in the town of New Mesa, but I suppose as one of the local residents living just up the pathway, closer to the mountains, I want to ask the situation on animals. What precautions would you take in the case of a murder of a person's animals?
If you let me cover this one first, well, I tell you what, murder of any kind is that's a heinous event. Well, I would try and punish them with the full extent of the law. I'd send that old Jenkins over there with a deputy. That might be some jail time. It could even lead into a fine. Not to mention a replacement. We can't have murder here in New Mesa.
Same question to the other two candidates.
I'll go next year. Now, as far as just taking someone's word for it, how can you tell that this was their animal? Unless it's been branded. If it's been branded and it's been murdered, do you have proof? You better have some proof.
Thank you.
And that's where the sheriff comes in. The sheriff would absolutely be required to go and find the proof and present the proof to the council or the mayor. Maybe we should ask everyone a little bit just to get some ideas. But yes, we'll definitely need proof. Vote for who?
And to the last candidate, what would your response be?
Honestly, very quite similar to Mr. O'Malley. I would like to have the evidence, and then know who it belongs to. Basically just run through an investigation as we have done previously with other incidents. As long as it's marked proof to show that the poor animal was actually belonging to a certain citizen and was killed, not willingly, then we'd probably put a fine and maybe hefty, because that is still a life.
Can't be having any witch hunts.
Thank you, candidates.
Now, as y'all know, there's been tension between the towns of Bearsden and the towns of Mesa. What do y'all plan on doing to keep this tension to a minimum? What would y'all's method be on keeping the peace?
What a pitch, you take this one first.
Absolutely. Well, I already actually have a fairly decent relationship between the two towns themselves. I would be willing to actually make sure we continue a steady conversation between the two, so information is not mismatched or anything. I would just simply keep communications clear, make sure the paths are safe, and no misconceptions are occurring. So yeah, just basic communication. I'll be able to handle that between the two towns, since I visit them both quite often.
Well, Mally, you want to go next?
Hi, sir. Well, as far as Bear's Den and Mesa are concerned, I know there was some confusion with the prank that had happened recently, and I heard that that was all cleared up. I have full confidence in our sheriff to deal with any sort of situation such as that. Now, the diplomacy, me and the people at the Bear's Den, I think we've been good friends. We haven't had any issues. Me and Ramsey, we've drunk together, we've fought each other. You know, we've come to an understanding. So I think that the line of communication would definitely still be open there. If there's any further issues, just come talk to me. My door's open. In fact, I don't have a door. Vote for you.
Those are some fantastic answers. I gotta say, you folk got your hands cut out for you. This is gonna be a tough one. As far as I'm concerned, we gotta keep it easy. That's all about communication. We gotta be willing to go over to Bear Den Town and just talk it out and make sure everybody's getting treated fair. We get the law involved if ever it was gonna be unfair. That's for sure.
Well, alrighty. Thank you three very much. I appreciate the answers.
Howdy, folks. I'm not necessarily a new, but I do. But I'm curious. What's your plan? Economic future.
Did either of you understand what he said there?
I think he was asking what we're gonna do for the economic future of here, New Mesa.
I see, yes. Well, I'll start with that one since I've done quite a bit for the economic future of New Mesa. Now, just outside here, you've seen the market. There are some stalls there. The renting of those stalls, the money goes directly into the town. And the money that goes into the town goes into improvements. So, that's what I'll do for the economic future of New Mesa. Vote for Hugh.
Well, I gotta say, O'Malley, you setting up that marketplace, that was fantastic. You even did that without talking to a whole lot of folk, but you did it. It's a great idea. Going forward, we gotta make sure we're opening up trade routes and establishments that people want to come visit. That's why we got here the theater. We're gonna bring in some culture. Maybe even an art gallery. We're talking even a library. Hey, we O'Malley.
Yes.
There's a lot of things up in the air. As an interim mayor, I gotta really take my time and make sure that the planning process is gonna be feasible.
Pretty much all took the words out of my mouth. If anything, I'd basically be relying on the entire town to be able to work together so we can move forward in the economics, set up trade routes as Mr. Ramsey said. I'd be having Mr. O'Malley as a right-hand man in the building because he's fantastic at his work. Absolutely astounding. I'd be needing the support of everyone to run the town because that's as a town should be. A group, a family if anything. That's all I can really say.
Alright.
Father Pidge, this question is mostly directed at you. If you are elected mayor, is there going to be an issue with you separating your powers of church and state?
My power in the church will be very separate from the state, as they should not be balancing everything all together at once. A man's power with the job, man or woman's power with the job, should be with the job, and the church should be with the church. I have no plans to push on the religious acts to anyone else that do not follow.
I appreciate your answer.
I feel I might have a little bit of vested interest in that question as well, if I don't mind giving a quick answer. You see, I got this dinner theater. I'm a businessman here in the town. The dinner theater only going to be operating every now and again. Maybe on the weekends. More than welcome to come on in. Put your feet up and maybe even talk about starting an act. But generally speaking, the mayor's role is going to be paramount. The town health is off our goal.
All right, if you're done answering that question, my question is, what are your views on taxing the people of Mesa? Are you planning on implementing anything like that?
I'll go ahead and start with this one here. As far as taxes go, you pay a one-time fee for your market stall. That money goes into the town's improvements. Now, if I become mayor, I would make sure that access to the theater shows would require a purchasing of a ticket. Those proceeds should also go to the town. As far as your personal sales, no, I'm not going to tax you. The government does enough of that if they can.
I got to vote with O'Malley there. That's a good point. You're all over there. And I'd have to say, we're going to set up, if I'm elected, some fine system, for the sheriff to initiate. And that way, that's how we're going to stay funded, taking care of them bandits. We'll fine them hard, or those who are in violation of the law. We don't need any extra taxes, that's for sure.
If that question is over, I would like to elaborate on the question of dealing with bandits. For local residents that do not reside inside the town, are they also under the protection of the town in case of bandit attacks, and or would the sheriff and their department be willing to aid those that reside in the neighboring area?
Wait, I'd like to take this one. Hold on just a minute there for the pitch.
Of course.
Well, since establishing Jenkins is our lawman, he's been protecting the entire Dallam County. That's true. I enacted him to get a deputy when things were getting a little bit dicey between Bear's Den and some elf nonsense that was going around, some shenanigans. Sorry for the pitch. Feel free to jump in now. I'm sorry. Thank you very much. Let me to speak.
Nobody is quite fine, Mr. Ramsey. That actually. Who has it out of my mouth, which is lovely. Anyone who we know that is a member of Mesa. You're all under our guard. We'll always watch out for you. No matter what, even if you happen to be out of the town, we will come and assist you. You are with us, and we are with you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Hello, candidates. I had a very, generic question for the three of you. What are your political official statements on religious freedom?
Wait, Father Pidge, I think you got a couple of stakes in this one. Feel free.
Certainly. Freedom should be within this town. You should be able to talk about it, but you should not be able to preach and force onto others. Everyone has their own following and beliefs, even if you think it's not what you want it to be. As long as it's not causing harm onto yourself or others, physically or mentally, you should be able to allow everyone to have their own free will. Father.
Well, Manny, what's your stance on this one?
I believe we have a constitutional amendment for that. You have a freedom to your religion. So does everyone else.
You know what?
You also have your freedom to speech, so you can say what you like to who you like. They just have the freedom to pop you in the mouth. Vote for Hugh.
Ooh, I like that one.
You know, my official stance is I don't give a damn what church you want to go to. Yeah, feel free to fill your boots.
Thank you. I believe I've heard all I need to.
If murder is committed, what is the punishment?
Hanging.
Well. Wow.
To be that one person that actually caused the matter. Indeed, such a heavy response or jail time, depending on who. Well, should never actually, sorry, my apologies. It should either be hanging or jail time. Well, certainly. Jail time.
And how would you
cannot be
decide
proved
what?
Correctly.
Alright.
Have to have a
But what if they are innocent and they are accused?
trial.
That's what the
Jail time.
investigation's for. You just asked what happens if someone commits murder.
Yes. And Mr. Corbin?
Well, I gotta, these candidates here over here, they're giving some fantastic answers. I have to say, if somebody is found guilty, we have to weigh it all out. Is this your first offense or second? What are the circumstances? There's a lot to go on right there. I'm gonna commit a council here in New Mesa. No, just one person is judge, jury, and executioner. I'm looking at you, Jenkins. I'm talking about creating a council. The citizens here will put it to a vote.
Right. Thank you.
I do believe the fine country of the United States of America has a system of courts in place.
I ain't seen no courthouse here in Dallam County quite yet.
We'll have to fix that.
Are there any further questions?
Speaking of the laws, if you plan, what is your process of making new laws for Mesa? Are you gonna have a town council or just make them up yourselves?
Have to make sure everyone agrees to an idea. Unless if it's to be unless if an extreme front occurs where we have to put it down immediately. We hope to have a communication between everyone so they understand what's going on.
As your elected mayor and town representative, I believe it will be my place to legislate and then hold a vote.
Wait, you know what? If I could continue my term as mayor, I'd be making all those right decisions and running past a council of elected officials. Are there any further questions for our candidates?
I believe that might be it.
Hey, thank you all for coming out. Hopefully you got a little bit of insight of who you may be gonna vote for. This is a very serious matter. We got some very good candidates up on this stage right here, myself included.
Oh my goodness.
Right quick, I'd just like some clarification. Is it only citizens of Mesa that are able to vote? Or,
If you live up here on the Mesa.
Okay, so that's it. Everybody else who doesn't live up here has to just abstain.
Do you have a shop in town?
Negative.
Well, if you'd like to vote, you can go ahead and buy yourself a shop stall.
Oh, so I can vote then if I have a shop.
Okay, good information.
You pay your taxes?
Yes.
How much is one of these shop stalls?
Well, I believe that there is one of the large stalls left. That's going to be $8. There's a few of the smaller stalls. They're not much smaller, just a wee bit. They're $5.
Are you sure it's not 50 and 80?
Dear, $1 is 10 dimes.
Oh, right.
Well, I guess we proceed to voting now, huh?
Yes, sir.
If we can.
We'll get to that voting.
Right down here, right over here, people. We have empty
Dr.
ballots right here, and put the full
Mr.
ballots.
O'Malley,
in the
how
box.
would I go about purchasing one of the small shops?
What you would do is you would transfer the funds into the town of Mesa's account, and then we'll check it, and you can you'll have yourself a shop.
All right, so I'll just go ahead and purchase one of those small things, and I'll go do it right now. At the bank.
Jenkins, perhaps order people.
All right.
I'm also interested in
O'Malley.
doing that, so I'm going
I'd
to go
like
with
to buy the
Dr.
large
Taggart
shop.
here.
Yes, sir.
Was,
Dr.
was it still limited to
Let me
residents
walk with
of New Mesa
Of course.
only?
you. What are your
Yes,
thoughts?
Well, like-
residents
like,
and market
Definitely.
renters.
But for our line of, excuse me, sorry.
Yeah,
Don't go about your business. You're fine.
I want to thank you for coming out. No, it's good to see you. You're such a good show out.
Vote for Hugh.
Yes. It was interesting.
Vote for Hugh.
Joseph and Dr. Rebecca.
Good luck, Huey. Hey,
I
hey,
love
luck,
the
Mr.
strong
Ramsey.
kid.
you be a strong
Good luck
candidate, I
to you.
tell you what.
Mr. Jenkins, I do believe we should have some sort
Ma'am,
of
it is
government
right.
official